What's good, YouTube? Swiftly here, back with another NBA 2K25 video, and in today's video I have another episode of badge breakdowns for you guys. As you can see on your screen, today's episode we're discussing the defensive badge On Ball Menace. Now if you read the description of On Ball Menace, it says relentless perimeter defender. Now for those of you that are confused, I mean, we're almost a month into the game, so you probably should know this by now. But for those of you who don't know, On Ball Menace has basically replaced the clamp badge from previous years. I don't think this is going to be the case for next year. I do think that they're going to go back and change a lot of these badges back to their original name. I think they just wanted to do something a little different to make it seem like, you know, they're changing a lot of stuff in the game, or that we're getting some big changes. But all this badge is the clamps badge from previous 2Ks, and you guys all know that clamps was like the #1 most important badge when it comes to playing defense and staying in front of your man. And in this year, this is no different. On Ball Menace is a really good badge. It's very helpful for you know, harassing and bumping your defender and staying in front of your matchup. I know some people say that this badge isn't as good, or that they try to run it on like low levels. And now me personally, I've told you guys in, you know, rare build videos and in badge breakdown videos, is that perimeter defense really isn't that important. As far as playing defense and staying in front of your man, the most important badge or attribute is going to be your agility, because that's going to be how fast and quickly you can slide laterally and stand in front of your man. Obviously, perimeter is important because it's going to be what your shot contest attribute is, and it's also going to unlock those badges, what helps you get, you know, better shot contest and better, you know, being able to dodge picks and all of those things like that. So in that regard, it actually is important. But as far as staying in front of your man, the most important thing is going to be having high agility, because that's what's going to be able to let you slide and be explosive as far as quickly changing directions and going left, right, staying in front of your man. I already told you guys I played some pretty good defense with a 54 perimeter defense. I've played in gold lobbies. I've played in red/purple lobbies as well too in solo rec. Obviously, when you go into pro-am, you're not going to really be one to guard, you know, the PG matchup with the 54 perimeter, obviously, because, you know, you're playing way higher skill level players. But for my players who only really play squad rec, solo rec, or you're only playing park, you're not really going into proving grounds or pro-am, you're not really playing in 2K leagues or anything like that, you can get away with a little bit lower perimeter if you're good on the sticks. Now, however, if you're not good on the sticks and you feel like you need that extra oomph to, you know, help stay in front of your man and guard your man, On Ball Menace is going to be your bread and butter. Obviously, in conjunction with this badge right here, Immovable Enforcer. But On Ball Menace is going to be, you know, your bread and butter. It's going to require, you know, perimeter defense and agility, and obviously that's good, because that agility is going to be what also helps you stay in front of your man. I see a lot of people using or trying to activate this badge wrong. When you play defense, you're going to kind of want to wait until you're connecting with the person before you hit L2. You should not be touching L2 at all unless it's to try to correct your positioning. You know, if you feel like you're off to the left too much, you know, you can use L2 and then tap the left stick to, like, you know, jump or move to the right. But you shouldn't be holding L2 the entire time, and that's a mistake that I see so many people make. And then they wonder why they're so slow. It's because you're using intense D the entire time. Pause, no diddy. Okay, you're using L2, which is the intensified defense button, and you're holding down L2, and then you're wondering why you're stuck like in mud and can't slide. Let go of that L2 button. The only time you should be holding L2 is when you're connecting with them. When they're bumping you, they're riding your hip. Pause, once again, no diddy. They're, you know, on the side of your hip trying to blow past you. That is when you hold down L2 and use that intensified defense button. Otherwise, you should not be touching that intensified defense button at all. Okay, same thing with the turbo. I see a lot of people using turbo and they're chasing their matchup, and then you know what happens? They quick stop, and then you know what happens to you? You turn into a Looney Tunes character and you go fucking flying all the way to the left or flying all the way to the right, and now they're wide open. They're looking at you, laughing, pointing, and shooting a wide open green. You don't need to be holding turbo at all unless you're behind them chasing them. If you're full court pressing or something like that and you get beat, that's when you should be holding turbo to get back on defense. If you just made a shot, a dunk, a layup, that's when you should be holding turbo. You should not be, or you're chasing them for a chase down block. That is the only time you should be holding turbo. Otherwise, you should be off turbo and just left stick defense only. Chase them with that left stick. A lot of these dudes that aren't like really good players, they're not going to feel comfortable shooting those shots with you trailing behind them and then going up with the shot. They're just not. The higher level players, proving ground pro-am and stuff, they're going to know that you're not going to get that great of a contest. Those people, you're going to have to use turbo a little bit more. But the average player in park, rec, squad rec and shit, they're not going to be, they're not going to have the IQ or the confidence in their shot that they're going to shoot that shit with you trailing like right behind them. So again, no turbo, no L2, left stick only. Trust me, it's going to improve your defense immensely. Now, as far as this badge goes, I've used this badge. I have a 6'4" lock with 99 perimeter, 99 steal now after hitting starter 3. I've used this badge on every single level, from bronze all the way up to legend now. And I can honestly say, though, this badge, as good as these badges are on legend, it's kind of overkill. You don't really need this. I've always been a firm advocate for 85-85 as far as defense goes. If you're good on the sticks. Now, keep in mind, remember what I'm saying. If you're good on the sticks. I've ran a lockdown build since 2K17, so that's damn near 10 years of running a lockdown build and playing, on-ball defense on the best player on the court. So I'm really good when it comes to defense. I can play defense with a 54 perimeter, a 44 perimeter, a 60 perimeter, no badges, doesn't really matter. I know when to hold L2. I know when to turbo. I know when to hold right stick up. I know all of these things already. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like you can play that level of defense, then you don't really need legend on-ball minutes. You don't need Hall of Fame on-ball minutes. You don't need even gold on-ball minutes. You can get by with silver. And I told you guys this last year when we did badge breakdowns in NBA 2K24. If you're good, you can get by with bronze badges in this game. Because the contests, you're thinking, oh, well, I want legend challenger for contest. The contests are still going to be coin flip in this game. Last year it wasn't, so you could get by with going a little bit higher for badges like challenger and stuff like that. But this year, because the contests are literally coin flip, 50-50. This time you're getting yellow. This time you get open. This time is wide open. This time you got a red contest. Next time, wide open, wide open, wide open. Then yellow contest, then wide open. It's a coin flip simulator, bro. So it doesn't even really matter that you have super high of a level of these badges for some of these things, because you're still going to get screwed over either way. Again, they just recently put out a patch for season 2, so hopefully they're still tweaking and making hot fixes behind the scene that we're not seeing that will, further, buff the shot contest. But right now, whether you're in the perimeter or on the interior, it's really just a toss-up. So with that being said, if you are a lockdown, sure, go 92 perimeter. You know what I'm saying? Go 92, get that gold on-ball minutes. And, worst case scenario, you bump that up with a +1 to Hall of Fame on-ball minutes. For bad defenders, for sure, go 92. If you're not that good of a defender, definitely, and you need the extra help, for sure, go 92 and have that, extra defense and extra shot contest and whatnot. For sure, those extra levels of badges will definitely help you. Now, for those of you who are good defenders, this isn't your first 2K. You've been playing 2K for 5-6+ years already. You know how to play defense. You know when to reach. You know when to put your hand up. You know when to hold L2 or when to turbo. You guys don't really need this on Hall of Fame or Legend. You guys can get by with an 85 perimeter and silver on-ball minutes. You guys know what you're doing. Worst case scenario, again, if you feel like it's not, as good, you can always use a +1 on that and bump it up to gold if you need to do that. But me personally, I would tell you guys to run 85-85 just so that you can be saving some of those attribute points and putting it elsewhere so you're not one-dimensional. 85-85 will get you, gold interceptor for your steal. It'll get you silver glove. it'll get you, you know, silver challenger, it'll get you silver on ball menace, and then you'll also still have points left over to maybe you could put on your interior. You can go like a 70, 72 interior so dudes can't rim run you, or you could put a block on your build, maybe get a 68 block and get, you know, high flying deniers so dudes can't just rim run you. You can be a little bit multi-dimensional as far as your defense goes. You don't want to be one-dimensional and just have perimeter and then dudes are rim running you, or you know, you have perimeter but you don't have any steal. Now you can't play the passing lanes. You know, you kind of want to be all around in this game. You know, you want your game to be able to you know, be versatile. You don't want to be ham-fisted into only one thing, you know, unless you're going for a pure lock build. If you're going for a pure lock build, then obviously you can do what I did and go 97 perimeter, 96 steal, and then use those cap breakers to get 99, 99, and just be an absolute demon out here if that's what you want. But as far as my recommendation, I would definitely recommend that you guys stay between silver and gold. It is a good badge, but to me, Immovable Enforcer is going to probably be a little bit more important just because of the rim running that a lot of these dudes do. But, you know, and it's going to be the direct counter to strong handle, where on ball menace is not going to directly counter strong handle. So that's why you kind of want Immovable Enforcer a little bit higher. But again, that's just my recommendation. Please drop a comment down below and let me know what has been your take on ball menace. What level are you currently running on your badge, and do you wish you went higher or even lower as far as, like, you know, perimeter defense and on ball menace? It has been your boy Swiftly. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K25 content, and of course more badge breakdowns like this. I'm out, y'all. Peace.